Hello YouTube, how's everyone doing? It's Professional here. So today I wanted to upload my ultimate YouTube guide for you guys. I know this is a long video, and this video is over 50 minutes long. I apologize for that, but there was a lot of stuff for me to cover. I'll also put timestamps down below of like stuff that you want to skip to specifically in that video. So if there's things that you want to skip to in that video, you don't have time to watch the whole video, I understand. I'm sorry about the length. And this guide is basically an ultimate guide on what to do and what not to do, and how to start up a gaming channel. And if there's something I don't cover in this video, please let me know down below. I have grown pretty well on YouTube, and a lot of people have asked for this video. They've asked me, when are you going to upload a guide on how to start up a YouTube channel? And this is that video. So I hope that you guys enjoy it. So let's get started with this video. So starting off here, I want to talk about three main misconceptions that people have about YouTubers. And these three main misconceptions, I'll have them listed on the screen right here. But the first one is that thinking that it's not a job. Now, I've had a lot of people tell me that what I do is not a job, and I have had people tell me this in real life, and I don't even tell them, talk about my YouTube channel. They just know about it, and they just tell me that, what you do is not a real job. And I have noticed that a lot of older people tend to feel this way, and I'm not hating on older people. I'm not saying all older people feel this way, but most of the time when I hear this is from older people, and I think the reason that they feel this way is because older people typically are not used to the internet as much as younger people, and younger people tend to understand how much effort goes into YouTube channels, what it takes to run them, and the amount of work that is required for them. So when somebody says that, like, YouTubing is not a job, not a real job, it very much is. It depends on the person, it depends on the channel, which I'll talk about here. But let's move on to the next point. And this brings me to point number 2, which is thinking that it's easy. Now, a YouTube channel, it can be something you do for fun. It can be a part-time thing, or it can even be a full-time thing. There are some channels that require a team of people to run them because they do so much crazy content on those channels. There are some channels that are run just by one person, and I run my channel by myself. I don't have anybody edit my videos. Nobody edits my thumbnails. I used to have one of my friends edit my thumbnails like 2 years ago. He stopped editing thumbnails for me, and I also wanted to start learning how to edit thumbnails myself. And I started mastering Photoshop, got much better with it. I still have a lot of things to learn with Photoshop, but I got much better with Photoshop. I'm definitely better with Photoshop than I was years ago. So I learned how to make my own thumbnails, and I would never have anybody edit my videos. I would always edit my videos myself, so there would be a lot of effort into editing the videos, creating the thumbnails, and some of these videos I would spend till like 5, 6 o'clock in the morning editing. Like, I would start in the afternoon, and then, I'd take a break, I'd get something to eat, but then I'd sit back down at my computer and I would keep editing these videos. And these videos, some of these guides could take really, really long to make, and I would sometimes go to sleep at 6, 7 a.m., and I would wake up at 6, 7 p.m. the next day. Like, I haven't done that in a long time, but when people, tell me that, oh, what you do is easy, no, I don't really consider that easy. And this brings me to point number 3, which is thinking that it has no stress. Now, this also, a lot of people think that YouTube channels have no stress because they say, oh, you don't have a boss, so you don't have to deal with stress. Well, I guess that's one benefit, is you don't really have a boss. You are your own boss. But what I just listed before to you guys, the amount of effort that you have to put into some YouTube videos, and the most challenging thing in making YouTube videos is not even the editing, not even the thumbnails. It's creating a video idea in the first place, coming up with an idea. Because sometimes it can be very, very difficult to actually come up with an idea. Like, sometimes it can take you days to even come up with a video idea. It can be very difficult trying to always make content for people and trying to make that content unique, because you never want to put out a video that is too similar to another video that you put out. Okay, so now let's talk about the type of gaming channel that you want to start up. Now, there are 3 main types of gaming channels. There's more other ones out there, but I can think of 3 main types of gaming channels, and you have to carefully decide on what type of gaming channel you want to make, and I'll also explain which one I am on this list. Now, the first type of gaming channel that we have out there is we have the one game channel. Now, the one game channel is a channel that focuses primarily on just one game. They focus on one game or one game series. Sometimes they might cover like 1 or 2 games, but it's not more than 2 games. Like me, I did GTA and Red Dead, and the best example of this is my channel from like a year and a half ago. A year and a half ago, people could argue that I was a GTA channel. Some people still call me a GTA channel today, even though I don't consider myself a GTA channel. But it's basically a channel that focuses on just one type of game. They'll do Call of Duty, so like Call of Duty channels, Battlefield channels, GTA channels, a channel that focuses on one type of game. And a lot of you guys, this is the channel that you've been asking me for. A lot of you guys in the comments, I know as you ask me, you say, how do I start up a GTA channel? Well, my best advice to you is not to start up a GTA channel. And I know some people are going to be shocked at me saying that, but I'm not saying not to do GTA. If you like doing GTA, do GTA. Go for it. The only thing I'm saying is don't do just GTA. Do not just do one game. Play other games as well. Nothing wrong with doing videos on GTA, but don't do just GTA. And I'm going to explain why it's bad to just do it on one game. But the pros of this, let's talk about the good things first. The pros are it's easiest to grow. Now, the one game channel is the easiest to grow because people are going to be looking up that channel. I mean, they're looking up that game specifically. So if a new update comes out on GTA, people are going to be looking up that update. They're going to be looking up how to do something specifically in a game. How to run a business in GTA, for instance, how to do something in a game. What is the best gun in Call of Duty? Stuff like that. They're going to be looking up something specific for a game, and they're gonna find your channel. If you make a guide on it, you make a guide like in Modern Warfare, for instance, you make a guide, the best SMG class in Modern Warfare. Somebody looks up what is the best SMG class to use in Modern Warfare, they can come across your video. So it's pretty easy to attract viewers. Now, another pro is that you know the game well. Because it's one game, it's most of the time going to be a game that you know well and you play even before your channel. So it's a game you have experience with. It's a game you know well, so it's going to be easy for you to make content and guides on. Now the cons. The bad thing about the one game channel. Very hard to do other content. Subs may be unhappy with other content. Now this I've struggled with for a long time on my channel, and you've watched my streams, guys. You've seen I've also, struggled with this for some time. Now, this is the biggest con about this. If you base your entire channel on just one game, and one game only, there's going to be a point when you're going to try to do other content. You're going to want to play other games. You're going to want to do other content. And what's going to happen is, because you had so many people used to you, they're used to you doing only one game. So like, for instance, me, I had a lot of my viewers that were used to me only doing GTA. They weren't used to me doing any other content. And what happens is, when you try to do other content, you try to play another game, you get much less viewers than you do on your regular content, like GTA, for instance, for me. And on my channel, like, when I started doing other content at first, I didn't understand it. Like, I would post a GTA video, I would get thousands of views. And I would post, like, a different video. Like, I would post a different game, might get a few hundred views. And at first, I was kind of confused by this. I was just confused. I didn't seem to understand it. I was kind of naive at the time. I actually thought that people weren't getting notifications for my non-GTA videos. That's what I thought at first, because my GTA videos had so much activity, but then my non-GTA videos had such less activity, and they still got a decent amount of views, but it was much less than GTA. And I realized that people were getting notifications. They just weren't interested in my other content. And this got me, like, really down. Like, I wouldn't say that this got me depressed. Depressed isn't the word that I would use, but it got me, like, really down, and I was in a really sad mood. And for a time, I did just GTA. I did just GTA because, it was popular. I also enjoyed doing it, but I was also sad that, like, my non-GTA content just wasn't getting a lot of attention, and I almost stopped doing YouTube entirely because of this. Like, this was the one thing that, like, I almost stopped doing YouTube entirely of. I would have stopped doing all content, GTA and non-GTA, because of this reason. Because I felt like a lot of people just did not care for my non-GTA videos, and they only wanted to watch my GTA videos, and it made me feel kind of bad, because sometimes I would put a lot of work into the non-GTA videos, and for them not to get as much attention as the GTA videos, it kind of really hurt me. So, in my opinion, if you watch a channel just for one topic, like you watch a channel just for Call of Duty and they do like a different game every now and then, I'm not saying you have to watch every one of their videos, but give their other content a try, because it'll mean a lot to the creator if you give their content a try, because I never understood this, why people just aren't interested in other content, but, it's their choice. I'm not going to take it personally. I did used to take it personally, but I'm not going to take it personally really anymore. And another con is there's not much content to cover. So, you're going to be doing one game constantly. There's going to be a point when there's not going to be much content to cover. You're eventually going to run out of stuff. It's going to be really challenging to make videos. At first it's going to be easy to cover that game because there's a lot of stuff in it. Some games have more content than others. Like GTA, there's plenty of content to cover. But you get through all that stuff. I did all my money guides. Now, when people ask me, are you going to make any more money guides in GTA? The answer is no. I'm not making any more money guides until a new update comes out. Because at this moment, there's nothing to cover on GTA. I've covered pretty much all the top 5s that I can think of. I still might have a few top 5s ideas, but I've covered the majority of them. I have covered every single way to make money, all heists. I have covered all businesses. Pretty much everything there is to making money, and I don't want to make another video that's too similar to another video. So that's the reason I don't really make GTA videos as much anymore, because there isn't really much stuff to cover, and because I also want to expand into other games and do other content. And another con is the game can end updates. So because you're basing your channel on just one game, be ready, because that game could end content at any moment. There could be a time when the developer of the game says, okay, no more updates on the game. at that point, your channel is going to be in serious trouble because your views are also going to plummet the moment that game stops getting content updates. Because people are going to be less excited for the game, they're not going to be researching the game as more, and your channel is also going to suffer because of it. And because you chose not to do any other games, that's going to be very bad for your channel because you're going to have a very difficult time expanding into other content. Me, I'm not worried about that anymore because I have expanded into a lot of other content. I do a lot of other games. My non-GTA videos, they don't get as many views as my GTA videos, but they get much better views than what I had years ago, and I've attracted a lot more people to my channel. So when GTA ends its updates, I'm not worried about that. However, though, there are a lot of channels that just choose just to do GTA, and those channels, they're going to have a lot to worry about when GTA has its final update, because one day it's going to happen where Rockstar's going to say, this is the final update, no more. So that's why you never want to base a channel on just one game. Look at Battlefield channels, for instance. Battlefield channels. They did just Battlefield and nothing but Battlefield. Out of nowhere, DICE said, this is the last Battlefield update. No more Battlefield updates. And now those games aren't getting any more. The Battlefield 5 is not getting any more updates. And those Battlefield channels are going to have to figure out what they're going to do next. So that is my exact reason on why never to base a channel on just one game. Because you're completely dependent on that one game. You have very little stuff you can do outside that game. So never base it on one game. That is a choice. That's why I listed the pros and the cons, but I personally don't recommend it. Next up, we have the walkthrough channel. That is the second type of gaming channel. And the walkthrough channel is pretty straightforward. Walkthrough channels are channels that just primarily focus on walkthroughs. They do all types of different games. They play through the games. Sometimes they have commentary. Sometimes they don't have commentary. Now, there's two types of walkthrough channels that I can think of. Wilsey is one walkthrough channel. He's a great guy. I love his channel. And I was watching his channel even before I really had a YouTube channel. And I actually wanted to make my channel originally like his channel. I wanted to be just like him, where I would do walkthroughs of different games. And that's where I got a lot of inspiration for my walkthroughs was from Wilsey. He's a great guy. Now, Wilsey, he does no commentary walkthroughs. He plays a lot of older games. He also plays newer games. He's just a cool guy. He does different walkthroughs on games. And then another walkthrough channel we have the Rad Brad. Now, the Rad Brad is a commentary walkthrough channel. He plays mostly newer games. Sometimes he'll play older games, but he plays mostly newer games. And he has a lot of different games that he can choose from. He has a lot of fun making that stuff. Now, the pros of the walkthrough channel. The pros are you always have content to make. So you never have to worry about running out of content because there's almost always a new game coming out. And even if there's no new games at the moment, there's plenty of older games that you can do a walkthrough of. So you don't really have to worry about running out of content. You always have content to make. That is the best pro about the walkthrough channel. And another pro is easy to make content. Now, walkthroughs are the easiest videos to make, in my opinion. Out of all the YouTube videos that I've done, walkthroughs are the easiest because you play through the game, you do the mission in the game. The only time you might really have to get into editing is editing out deaths. Like, sometimes when you die, you might want to edit out your deaths because, people typically don't want to see you die repeatedly when you're doing a walkthrough. So edit out, deaths and, maybe, driving. If you're doing a GTA game, people don't typically want to watch you drive from across the map. They want to watch you do the missions and the cutscenes and stuff like that. So you might want to edit out driving and certain parts of the video. But other than that, it's very easy to make, very easy to edit walkthroughs. Not really much of an issue there. And another pro that we have is subs will watch most content. So unlike the one game channel where people are subscribed to you only for just one game and don't really tend to watch your other content, the walkthrough channels, most of the time, their subscribers will watch them no matter what. So they watch for the person typically, and no matter what game you play, your subscribers will watch you, and they will support you on most of the content you make. And that is another really good pro about the walkthrough channel, is that your subs will support you no matter what game you play, and they won't really question you or ask you why are you playing a different game. That doesn't really happen. And the cons are, and this is probably the biggest con about the walkthrough channel, it's the slowest to grow. Now, there are so many channels out there that just do walkthroughs. So many channels. The walkthrough channel is probably the most common channel on this list because there's just so many of them. And because of that, it's very, very difficult for people to specifically notice your channel. Out of all the walkthroughs people look up, it's very difficult to find your channel specifically. So that's the biggest con about that. Another con is that it's very hard to be noticed. Just like I said, it's the slowest to grow, so the slowest amount of subs, and pretty hard for people to find you. So that's pretty much it for the walkthrough channel. Now, the third type of channel, this is the last channel that we have on the list. We have the gaming news and the review channel. Now, the gaming news and the review channel, this is the best example of this type of channel is we have two. We have Angry Joe Show. Angry Joe, he does reviews on different games. He does, movie reviews. He does gaming news, sometimes walkthroughs. Angry Joe is the best example of gaming news. We also have this one guy, Review Tech USA. He does, reviews on, different tech products, as well as talk about, video game controversies and news. Both channels are great. I will also link their channels down below. Now, The pro of a gaming news channel: they're easy to grow. They are easy to grow. You typically, people will get attracted to that content. They look up gaming news videos. They're easy to find subscribers with. So easy for you to attract subs on your channel. And there's always topics to cover. Always topics to cover. So there's always something going on in the gaming news world. There's almost always something going on with gaming news related. So there's something for you to cover. And almost always a game for you to review also. So always have topics to cover. Now the cons are, you need to be knowledgeable. You need to be able to do research. Now, for some people, this might not be a con. They might already be knowledgeable of the topic. Sometimes you might need to research certain topics. So certain things that you look up, you will need to know what you're talking about. You don't want to put out a video that you don't know what you're talking about. You want to carefully research the subject, and then if you want to give an opinion, it's fine to give an opinion. But make sure that you research a subject and you know what's going on in the story, because the last thing you want is, you don't want to upload a video where you only know half the story, and then your subscribers are going to be like, wait, you're not covering this specifically. You didn't cover this part of the story. So make sure that you know exactly what you're covering when you're covering those gaming news. And it can be challenging to cover topics. Just like I said earlier, depending on, what you're covering, you have to be knowledgeable. You have to know what you're covering. It can be challenging. And the other con, and this is probably the biggest one, the biggest con of the gaming news and review channel, is drama and arguments. Now, these channels have the most amount of drama. Almost every single YouTube channel with a decent following has drama on it. But these channels have the most amount of drama. These channels, the gaming news. And the reason they have the most amount of drama and arguments is because when you're covering sensitive topics in the gaming news world, you're covering, specific, controversies going on. Sometimes you're going to have videos where the majority of your subscribers agree with you. Sometimes you're going to have videos where half of your subscribers might agree with you, half of them might disagree with you, and they might start giant arguments. And so your comment section could turn into a war zone of just people arguing, saying this person's right, no, this person's right. So like there could be like massive amounts of drama. So if you want to do that channel, just be prepared for that drama and avoid really controversial topics. Like if you think that there's a topic where your subscribers will argue about, I personally don't recommend doing that topic. You want to keep your community together. You don't want people really arguing with each other. You don't want something like that. So avoid really controversial topics if you can. Now that we've covered the three types of gaming channels out there, what type of gaming channel am I? I am a combination of those three. I'm trying to get away from the first one. So the first one, the one game channel, I'm trying to get away from that as much as possible. I want to expand my channel into other content. I do walkthroughs, I do gaming news. I've even done like my crazy current events series where I like take current events. Like, I tend to avoid really controversial events, but generally, I'll talk about, like, crazy customers in retail, because I worked in retail myself, so I can talk about, like, stories in retail while I play a video game in the background, and that series has gotten pretty popular. So I have been expanding my channel into different content, and it's actually worked out pretty well for me. So I personally recommend to do a little bit of everything, but I would recommend either do number 2 or number 3 on the list, either walkthrough or gaming news. Try to avoid the one game channel. Try to avoid that one. It is an option. I did want to list it, and I listed the pros and the cons, but I don't recommend just basing your entire channel on one game. Now, moving on, we have the types of viewers. Now, when you're running your channel, the way that you're going to start growing, and I know a lot of people are going to ask me this, what is the best way to start growing? There is no real answer on this. There is no clear answer on the best way to start growing, because what most channels, how they grow is with a viral video. They make a bunch of videos that don't really get that many views, but then they make one video and that video explodes. Sometimes there's an explanation on why that video explodes. Sometimes it's just a random video that explodes. And when that random video explodes, that is when you will start getting subscribers and when you will start building your channel. This happened to me with gun running. When I started making gun running videos, my channel exploded, and I kept doing GTA, and I did GTA videos because it got popular, and I kept doing GTA and GTA. But my mistake was that I just kept doing GTA. I should have been expanding into other games when I had the chance there. But you are going to have to wait for that one viral video. That one viral video eventually is going to happen. If you put a lot of work and time, eventually it's going to happen. We're going to have one video that's going to get a lot of views, and that's when you can start building your channel from. Now, we have to understand the types of viewers. We went over, the misconceptions. We went over the types of channels. We went over, how to grow your channel. Now we're going over the types of viewers. And there are 4 main types of viewers out there. And I'll list them, and this is in no particular order, but the first type of viewer we have is fans. Fans are people who subscribe to your channel, they enjoy your channel, and they generally will support you no matter what content you make. So no matter what content you make, as long as you're an honest, good YouTuber, your fans will support you. Your fans will like you. And they might have disagreements with you from time to time. Like, some of your fans might disagree with you on something you make, but that still makes them your fans. As long as they're not hating on you or, you know, they're yelling at you, they're your fans. They like you. Just because they have a disagreement with you does not make them any less your fan. Like, I have plenty of my fans, when I make videos, they disagree with me. That's fine. You know, people have disagreements, but just make sure that you understand that when somebody has a disagreement with you, it doesn't mean that they necessarily don't like you. Now, next we have the average viewer. The average viewer is the most common person that's going to come across your channel. It's the most common viewer on YouTube in general for all YouTube channels. The average viewer is somebody that just surfs for YouTube. They come across your video either by searching it up, having it pop up in their recommended, in their feed. They'll watch the video. Sometimes they watch the video in full. Sometimes they leave a like. Sometimes they don't leave a like. They usually watch the video and leave. They don't tend to subscribe. So a lot of people, they watch YouTube videos and they don't subscribe. So these are the average viewers. There isn't really, you know, an answer on why people don't subscribe. They just tend to watch a video, don't really subscribe. And don't take it personally when people don't subscribe. And I wouldn't really ask people to subscribe to you. Don't really do that. You can say at the end of the video, like me, I say at the end of my videos, if you enjoy my content, subscribe. But don't, like, ask for people to subscribe to you in the video, because people tend to not like that. But that's the average viewer. People that just tend to come to your channel, watch your videos, and leave. And my analytics, I have a lot of people that come to my channel, watch my channel, and don't really subscribe. And also, a lot of people seem to think that when they get like 1 million views on a video that they're going to automatically get like 500,000 subscribers. 1 million views might get you like 10,000 subscribers. So the vast majority of people are not going to subscribe to you. But, you know, you work hard with YouTube, you're going to attract a lot of subscribers over time. Now, the third type of viewer we have is the hater and the troll. Now, these guys don't really need an explanation. The hater and the troll, these guys are really toxic people. These are people that specifically will just hate on you. There isn't really a reason for it. Now, some channels out there have more haters than others, like clickbait channels, for instance. Channels that like do like bad things have a lot of haters, and it can be explained to an extent. Like you can understand why some channels have more haters. Like they clickbait a lot, so that pisses people off. So that's the reason they have a lot of haters. But every single channel out there with a decent following is going to have haters. Even if you are the nicest person in the world, it does not matter. You will still have haters. There's no explanation for it. I didn't understand this at first. Like I had people that came to my channel and just hated on me for no reason. You know, they would leave troll comments trying to provoke me. And, you know, I used to respond to them. I used to argue with them, but I just ignored them. I just started ignoring them. Don't even respond to them. Don't acknowledge them. Don't talk to them, because they're not there to support you. They're only there to basically piss you off and just cause you issues. Don't respond to them. The last type of viewer that we have, this is the demanding sub. And the demanding sub is somebody that you really, really, really want to watch out for. Because the demanding subs, I've noticed that across YouTube, they have caused a lot of channels problems, and they have ruined some YouTube channels. So they have ruined some channels. Now, the demanding sub, they are not necessarily, they are more of a problem than the haters, because the haters are pretty easy to notice, and the haters, you can just usually delete their comments and remove their comments. The demanding subs, sometimes it's very difficult to tell exactly who is a demanding sub. Now, who are demanding subs and why are they not a good thing? Now, demanding subs, there are, for instance, on my channel, I've struggled with demanding subs. I've gotten into arguments with them a lot. Like, if you watch my Red Dead Online streams, I've gotten into a lot of arguments with them on those streams, and I'll talk about that in a moment, why they show up to those streams a lot. But the demanding sub is somebody that will subscribe to your channel for just one thing. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing. Like, a lot of people do that. A lot of people, you know, a lot of people subscribe to my channel for just GTA. I'm not necessarily saying that that's a bad thing. I wish people were more open to other content, not just GTA, but the demanding sub, they are very different than somebody that will just necessarily subscribe to you for just GTA. Because the demanding sub, they will subscribe to you for just GTA. But unlike another viewer, most other people that aren't interested in the non-GTA content, they just won't watch it. They'll just watch the GTA content. The demanding sub, on the other hand, is very different. They will actually show up to the other videos, the videos that you don't typically post. Like in my case, the non-GTA videos. So I used to be known for a lot of GTA. I did a lot of GTA. And this is exactly why I don't recommend doing one game constantly, because it attracted a lot of these viewers. And what the demanding sub will do, they will show up to the non-GTA videos, like in my case, and they will not show up for any other reason to that video. They won't show up to that video to support it. They will almost always leave a dislike, and they will just complain for no other reason, and hate on the video for no other reason than the fact that it's not the type of video that they want to see. And one channel that I noticed struggled with this a lot was Angry Joe. Angry Joe used to do a lot of angry reviews. And what happened was he got a lot of people that wanted to see him for just the angry reviews and nothing else. They didn't want to see any other content. What happened was when he started posting like movie reviews and he started doing like gaming news and he even did some walkthroughs. The demanding subs will show up to those videos that he made. They would show up to his movie reviews. They would show up to his walkthroughs, to his gaming news, and they would dislike it. And sometimes they would make multiple accounts to just dislike the video, and they would leave tons of negative comments. Like, they would be very rude, they could be very disrespectful, and they would just intentionally hate on him for no other reason than the fact the video was not an angry review, and they would constantly demand angry reviews. And this exact same thing has happened on my channel, where when I posted non-GTA videos, you can watch the comments. Look at the comments in a lot of my non-GTA videos. You will see the demanding sub. They would be posting comments complaining. They will be complaining that it's not a GTA video, and they will hate on the video. For no other reason than it's not a GTA video. And this has happened on Red Dead. Now, I had gotten, the most amount of hate that I've ever gotten on my channel was when I started doing Red Dead content. Now, I was saying for a long time, like before Red Dead Redemption even came out, Red Dead Redemption 2 even came out, I was telling people on my channel, I'm going to be doing GTA and Red Dead. And people didn't really notice it, they didn't really respond to it. But the second Red Dead came out and I started doing videos, I had a bunch of people that would show up to my Red Dead videos and they would just dislike it. They would dislike, even when I was doing the single player. When I was doing the single player, they would even come to those single player videos and they would intentionally dislike it. They would leave a bunch of negative comments, just criticizing me, calling me names, saying that I should only do GTA, being very rude and disrespectful. And these people, I would not necessarily call them haters because, like I said, they support your channel to a degree. They only want to see one type of content. So, like, for me, they only want me to do GTA content. And for some reason, I don't know why, they have this mindset where they think that if they come to my non-GTA videos and they dislike my non-GTA videos and they cause a lot of arguments, for some reason, they think that that's somehow going to encourage me to do more GTA content and less non-GTA content. And these people would be very, very happy to destroy any other content. So they would love to see all of my non-GTA content fail. They would love to see that. They would want me to end my walkthroughs. They would want me to end my gaming news videos. They would want me to end all of that stuff just for me, just to do a GTA and nothing else, because that's all they want to see. So these people, you want to watch out for the demanding sub. Watch out for them, because they will show up to a lot of your videos and they will complain and cause a scene for no other reason, like no legitimate criticism. Now, I don't mind if somebody dislikes my videos. I have no issue with that. If somebody dislikes my video, I don't really have an issue with that. But the only thing I ask that they tell me why. Tell me why you dislike my video so I can improve on it. That's all I ask. But if somebody is coming to my videos and just mass disliking them for no other reason than the fact that it's not a GTA video, that's a stupid thing to dislike something, in my opinion. It's a really stupid thing to dislike something for. Just the fact that it's not GTA, that's stupid. But a lot of channels struggle with demanding subs, with people that just want to see one type of content, and when their favorite YouTuber does different kinds of videos than they normally do, they can get very angry at times, and they can show up to those videos and spam, make multiple accounts, and it can be very frustrating. And I would argue with these people on Red Dead. Whenever I would do Red Dead Online streams, I would have a lot of people show up in the comments on those streams, and they would be complaining for me to do GTA. They would tell me to stop playing Red Dead. They would tell me Red Dead sucks, when plenty of my viewers were getting pissed off, because my viewers wanted to see me play Red Dead, and they enjoy my Red Dead streams, and when they see these people come in the comments, they get into arguments with them, and they get pissed off, and I would try to ban as many of these people as I can, time them out. I wouldn't try to ban them right away. I would time them out, and if they didn't listen, I would normally ban them at that point. But you just want to watch out for these people, and don't let these people get to you. Don't let them get to you, because in the end, it is your channel. It is your channel. You decide what content you want to make on your channel. Never let anyone bully you or tell you into what content you have to make. Don't ever listen to anybody on that. If somebody comes to your channel and tells you, I'm going to unsubscribe if you do any other content, don't listen to those people. Do what you want to do. Don't take it personally when they dislike your video. Don't take it personally when they unsubscribe, because in the end, it is your channel. You do what you like to do, what makes you happy. Don't let anybody boss you or bully you around. And last thing I'll say on this is, I've noticed a lot of demanding subs, what they've done is when I reply to them and I tell them I want to do other content on my channel, they oftentimes tell me that I have an obligation to do just GTA, which I don't understand where this obligation comes from. They tell me you have an obligation to only play GTA, nothing but GTA. But nobody has been able to explain to me where this obligation comes from. My channel is the professional. It's not the professional plays only GTA. It's the professional. I can play whatever game I want to play. So just don't listen to these people when they tell you that you can only play one type of game. And if they threaten to unsubscribe, let them unsubscribe. Don't take it personally. Just ignore them. But here, I'll leave with one comment here. This is a perfect example of a demanding sub, this comment that I have up on the screen right here. And like I said, they can be very, very rude. They can be very rude and disrespectful to you. And this right here, this could be a troll. I don't know if it could be a troll. Maybe it is a troll. Maybe it's not. But I know there was people that have been serious like this guy. And this guy right here is basically telling me that my channel is going to burn down in flames. Simply because I was doing Hitman. He didn't want to see Hitman. He only wanted to see GTA. And he was very rude about it. So people like this, watch out for the demanding subs. Because they have... a lot of channels have given in to them. They've given in to the demanding subs, and they've only done one type of content, and they've ruined their channels. So don't give in to the demanding sub. In the end, it's your channel. You do what you want to do what makes you happy. Don't let anybody boss you around or tell you what to do. And last on this list, we have the do's and the don'ts. And if you skip forward to this part, I recommend that you also watch the other part, but I understand that not everybody has time to watch over a 30-minute video. I get that. I apologize for the length of the video again, guys. I didn't want the video to be this long, but there's a lot of stuff for me to cover. Now, the do's and the don'ts of YouTube. Donations. Now, there's nothing wrong with having donations on your channel. There's nothing wrong with enabling super chats or channel memberships. However, though, if somebody gives you a donation, make sure that you acknowledge them when you're live streaming and you have a lot of viewers. Sometimes it might be difficult to see every single person that donated to you, but typically look at the chat as much as you can. And when somebody donates to you, thank them, because they donated to you, they gave money to you, they want to support you. So make sure you acknowledge them and thank them, but never ever ask for donations. Never do that, because that's a pretty scummy thing to do. There's some YouTubers that I've noticed that they demand donations from their subscribers. Don't ever do that. Never, ever, ever ask for donations. Nobody has an obligation to give you a donation as a YouTuber. They give you a donation if they like your content and they want to support you. That's when they give you a donation. And you can do like monthly videos like me. I do shout out videos for people who support me through Patreon, channel memberships, and I do a list of all the people who super chatted. So you can do things like that to also acknowledge them, and people do appreciate that when you do videos like that for them as well. So make sure you thank them. Don't ask for donations. And also, you can ask for a donation on one occasion if it's a charity. If it's a charity stream, that's fine to ask donations for. I've done a charity stream before. I asked people to donate, and the reason it's fine to ask for donations there is because it's going towards a charity. It's not going to you, it's going to a good cause. So it's fine to try to get people involved and ask them to donate. But other than that, never ask people to donate to you. It's just a really rude and messed up thing to do, and people are not going to like you when you do stuff like that. Now, another do here is we have reply to as many comments as you can. Interact with your subscribers. Now, when you have comments on your channel, at first, it's going to be very easy for you to respond to all your comments. But as your channel grows and grows and grows, there's going to be hundreds of comments a day. You can't reply to every single comment, but try your best to reply to as many comments as you can, because people notice that. People notice that. I've heard a lot of people that have said that they like that about my channel, that I reply to comments. And when you're doing a live stream, try to reply to as many people as you can on the live stream. There's some YouTube channels that I noticed they get like thousands of viewers and they don't even read one comment. It's kind of messed up. So try to reply to as many comments as you can. That's what people like about my channel, is I reply to comments. Now, don't. Do not respond to haters. Now, haters, they will comment on your channel. Sometimes they'll even make videos attacking you. Don't respond to their videos. Don't respond to their comments. All you're doing is giving them attention at that point. Don't do it. Don't respond to them. Don't. So, I've had people make videos attacking me. I don't respond to it. I don't respond to it. I don't care for it. I don't acknowledge it. They can make as many videos as they want hating on me. Whatever. That's their choice. I'm not going to respond to it. It only gives them attention. So don't ever respond to haters. Now, number 4 is take legitimate criticism. Take legitimate criticism. Now, there is a difference between somebody hating on you and somebody giving you legitimate criticism. If somebody is just coming to your channel and saying, oh, your videos suck, that's not really, constructive criticism. That's somebody kind of hating on you. If somebody comes to your channel and they tell you that, oh, your video is kind of too long on this, or you didn't cover this fully, you could have explained this a little better. Yeah, that's constructive criticism. They're not saying that to hate on you. They're saying that because they're trying to help you improve. So don't always take like criticism as like hating on you. Sometimes people will hate on you with criticism, but other times they're just trying to help you. So learn to take legitimate criticism. I learned to take legitimate criticism. Like, a lot of people told me that a lot of my past videos, they were too long. I wasn't trying to make my videos long, I just wasn't good at editing. So I learned how to get better at editing, and I made my videos much shorter. So learn to take legitimate criticism. Next up, we have be yourself. Don't create a personality. Now, I've noticed a lot of people, what they do is they create these personalities on YouTube. And I know some YouTubers that watch this video are going to disagree with me extremely. And they're going to say, my personality has helped out my channel a lot, and I've grown a lot. Well, okay, I guess it might have worked out for them. But the reason that I don't recommend, doing a personality, personality is basically like, trying to act like somebody you're not, like, constantly like putting on a show, pretending to be someone, like don't really do that. Always be yourself. You want to be yourself because when you're yourself, it's the easiest to make videos because you're yourself. You don't have to pretend to be somebody that you're not. And it's people appreciate that. They appreciate honesty. And these people that like, you know, some of these YouTube channels where they constantly like joke around and mess around, I guarantee you they're not like that in real life. Me, I'm in real life just like I am on my YouTube channel. There's almost no difference. So I am how I am, and you know, some people say, like, you don't laugh a lot, I find you boring. Well, okay, but I'm not going to pretend to laugh at something I don't find funny. So people might hate on me, they might call me boring, but in the end, I am myself. So I'm going to be who I am. And next up, we have avoid basing the channel on one topic or game. We covered this earlier with the one game channel. Don't do just the entire channel on just one game. Don't do it on this one game because it is going to hurt you in the long run. Because a lot of these channels, they just look at the present. They look at the present and they don't look at the future. They look at, oh, I'm getting a lot of views right now from like this one game, so I'm only going to do one game. And I used to look at it that way too, you know. I would do just GTA, and I did GTA because I liked it, don't get me wrong, but I would also do it because it was popular, and I know a lot of people liked it. And what happened was I kept doing GTA and GTA and GTA, and eventually I kind of burnt out from it, and I wanted to do other games. And, you know, I should have been expanding into other games when I had the chance, and I could have possibly built more subscribers in the past from other games. I'm working on that now and getting away from that, but like I said, don't base the channel on one game because right now it may work for you, but like years from now, like, you know, when like one game gets less updates, one game like disconnects its online or whatever, that's when you're going to have issues and you're not going to be able to expand into other stuff. Next up, we have don't take an unsubscribe personally. As long as you're a good, honest person, you haven't done anything wrong, don't take it personally when somebody unsubscribes, you know. I hate to see anybody go, you know. I don't want to see anybody unsubscribe from my channel. I don't like that, you know. When somebody unsubscribes from my channel, you know, I feel kind of bad. Not that, you know, I lost a subscriber, but more that they didn't like something about me. That's what I've taken personally about it in the past, that they didn't like something about me, and because of that they unsubscribe from me. So don't take an unsubscribe personally. If you're not doing anything wrong, you're being honest. If somebody just unsubscribes from you, it happens. All channels lose subscribers, but they gain subscribers also. And like I said earlier, with demanding subs, if somebody's gonna threaten to unsubscribe from you because you're simply not doing the video that they want you to make, and they're demanding that you only make one type of video, don't listen to those people. Don't listen to them, and don't take it personally when they unsubscribe. Next up, we have never clickbait. Now, this one might seem like an obvious one, but a lot of people do it. A lot of people clickbait across YouTube, and clickbait is a very, very dishonest way to get views. Clickbait is basically trying to trick people into clicking on your video. So somebody will click on your video, and they will be deceived. They'll be deceived by a misleading thumbnail, a misleading title. That's not the reason they clicked on the video. When somebody clicks on my videos, I want them to click on the video for the reason that they're clicking on the video, and I want them to enjoy my content. I don't want them to be misled into something. So never clickbait. And I'll tell you this, clickbait may generate a lot of views. It does generate a lot of views. But what it does is it destroys reputation. It destroys somebody's reputation. Because if somebody clickbaits a lot, they're known as a clickbaiter at that point. It destroys their credibility. It destroys reputation. And when that clickbaiter actually makes a good video, if they actually make a good video that's not clickbait, somebody may look at that channel and say, I got clickbaited before on that channel. I'm probably not going to watch this because it's clickbait, even when it's not clickbait. So never clickbait, because all it does is destroys reputation. And next up, we have no sub for sub. Now, sub for sub is basically this thing that a lot of channels have done. I've noticed what they do is they do this thing where they'll usually do it on live stream. So they do a live stream, and people come to that live stream and they tell them, oh, subscribe to my channel. Subscribe to my channel, I'll subscribe back to you. And I remember there's one channel that I watched where he did this whole sub for sub thing. He got 10,000 subscribers from just doing the sub for sub thing. And guess what? When he started posting videos on YouTube, those videos got almost no views, almost nothing. And the guy got so sad that he deleted his channel because of it. And when he was asked why he was deleting his channel, he said because his subscribers are inactive. That is why you don't do sub for sub. The people that subscribe to you, those 10,000 people, they didn't subscribe to you because they wanted to watch your content. They subscribed to you because you were going to subscribe back to them. So sub for sub is a terrible way to grow a channel. Don't ever do it, and don't do it. Number 10 is don't go crazy with the YouTube algorithm. Now, the YouTube algorithm, YouTube can be really, messed up at times. The YouTube algorithm, basically, if you don't upload a video every day, the algorithm is less likely to upload your video. And there's nothing wrong with uploading a video every day, but just don't go crazy with it. And if you can't upload a video every day, try to upload like a video 2 times a week or, 3 times a week. But don't go crazy with the YouTube algorithm, because a lot of channels I noticed go really crazy with that. And number 11, avoid politics and religion. This one should be kind of common sense, but a lot of people don't. don't follow this one. And they refuse to avoid politics. They refuse to avoid religion. Now, why do you want to avoid politics and religion? Because you're a gaming channel. You are a gaming channel in the end. And you know, I have done like crazy current event stories. I've done like, you know, stories of like customers beating up other customers in retail. But whenever I do a story like that, it's never political. It is never political. It is always something people can look at and say, wow, that's stupid. Regardless of if this person believes this way or believes this way, both people can come together and say, yeah, I agree. This is stupid. What happened to this guy? So that's why I do videos like that. I do videos that don't have any kind of politics, and I do videos that are neutral when I cover, like, you know, stories. But about like politics, the only time it's okay to cover politics is when it covers video games or human rights. Now, I have criticized the Chinese government on this channel. I've done videos criticizing the Chinese government. I've criticized their human rights record, and I've criticized their censorship. So I have done that. There's nothing wrong with that because most people agree with that. Most people agree with that the Chinese government violates human rights, and they agree with that the censorship is wrong. So that's something most people can agree on. The only other time politics is okay to talk about is when it affects a video game. When there's some kind of law coming in that's going to regulate video games, that's when it's okay to talk about it. But other than that, it's not okay to talk about politics unless it's fictional politics. If it's some kind of fictional politics, like in a game, like if I talk about the Galactic Empire's government in Star Wars, that's fine because it's fictional. It's not real. But don't talk about politics because politics is such a divisive subject. You half of your viewers could believe one way, another half could believe a completely different way. And the second you start talking politics, that's when you're going to start dividing your channel and people are going to start arguing. So avoid politics. And the same thing for religion. Not everybody has the same religious views. If people ask you, what's your political viewpoint, just say, I don't talk politics. That's what I do. That's my position. I don't talk politics. I have friends in real life that I agree with in politics, and I have friends in real life that I don't agree with in politics, but we're still friends. We're still good friends with each other. So that's why you want to avoid talking politics, because it just ruins friendships, and all it does is just cause arguments. It's a very divisive thing. It's something people personally believe on their own. Don't start arguments with it on your gaming channel. Don't do that. And as for religion, if somebody asks you what's your religion, you can say, I believe this. I'm this religion. But don't, or I'm this religion or I'm no religion. Whatever your religion or non-religion is, affiliation is. But don't specifically start saying, I believe in this religion because of this, or I don't believe in religion at all because of this. Don't ever say that, because it's a divisive thing. If somebody asks you what your religion is, nothing wrong with saying what your religion is. But don't start going in explanations why you believe what you believe, because it's divisive also. And the final thing on this list, and it's the most important one, do not obsess over views. There is so many YouTube channels out there that I know that obsess over views. And I can understand this to an extent, because, you know, some people's YouTube channels are their livelihoods. But in the end, you gotta do what you enjoy doing. Do what you love. Do what you enjoy doing, what you love doing. Don't do something that's always based on views. Do what you enjoy doing, and if you keep doing what you enjoy doing, you will attract a lot of people to your channel. You put hard work in, you will attract a wider audience. Don't get stressed out about the views. I've had that happen to me. When I started doing non-GTA videos, my videos got so much less views, and I kept stressing out about it. I got really stressed out about it. I got kind of sad. I got put in a down mood. Don't stress out about the views. I don't care if a video gets 100,000 views or 1,000 views. If I want to do a video on something, I will do that video, regardless of the view count. I do what videos I want to do, what videos I enjoy doing. And this video, I don't know how many views this video is going to get. This video could get 100,000 views, or it might get 10,000 views. I don't know. But regardless, I made this video, this guide, because a lot of you guys have asked for it, and also because I personally wanted to make it, and I wanted to make this guide for a long time. So that is pretty much it for my YouTube guide, and if there's something in this guide that I have not covered, please let me know down below, and I'll try to reply to as many people as I can. Thank you guys for watching. I hope that you guys enjoyed this guide. I hope this guide has helped you out, and if you enjoyed the guide, please like and please share this video with other people that might be interested in starting channels. I want to help a lot of people out because I've also grown on my channel well, and I want to give that same advice to people of things that I've done and haven't done. So thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care, everyone.